Hello, I'm Pat Bear, and I've been doing a year-long project called Baerly Rehearsed. We are three-fourths of the way through that project because it is time for clean slate number 3. Now, if you have not been watching the other episodes, this is a weird one to start with, but here's the whole situation. Every Wednesday, I put out a new video where I perform a character piece that I have written and I have rehearsed some amount, so it is barely rehearsed. But barely is spelled like my last name. Get it? And I made the decision that quarterly, so throughout the thing, I would kind of get rid of my backlog of ideas that I wasn't going to use. I was going to clean the slate. And so all of these ideas here are things that have been collected since the last one of these that I did and just aren't, I just haven't been able to find the angle. Maybe it's just not funny beyond the simple premise, or it was a character idea in a line or line of dialogue or something that I had in the shower, and then I'm like, I don't know how to flesh this out. I don't know how to make this work. So they've just lived on a Google Doc, and I just try to get rid of them. Now, as has happened in the past, sometimes it's a recent idea, and I really shouldn't have cleaned the slate, and then I end up doing it anyway. And there are two on this list that I'll be reading now that okay, I might get back to these. I'm highlighted them. They're going to go into the folder. Maybe they'll get clean slated again. It totally could be possible that clean slate 4, when I get rid of all the other ideas that I didn't use for this project on the last Wednesday of the year, it's possible that might happen there too. Let's get into it. So I got premises. These are just ideas. And then I've got voices that might have a character. These were just like turns of phrases or full sentences that were in my head that I thought, oh, that'll be funny. So we'll go through those, and I might give some context here and there. Or like, if I was going to flesh this out, I would do this. So here we go. I'm going to read them. I'm not rehearsed for this. Tech support who is accidentally helpful. Yoga instructor who really likes your vibe. Accidental magician. Ghost animal whisperer. And I have written here, a person who can talk to ghost animals, but not alive animals or human ghosts. And I guess the fourth category would be that they can talk to humans that are alive. A guy who pretends to be a robot, but everyone knows that's actually a robot pretending to be a human, pretending to be a robot. And all their friends know that and are just humoring them. And I don't know what to do with that. It's just a premise that, like, how would I write that? What would that be? It feels like a short story with a twist that I gave away already. A paranormal investigator who keeps solving regular crimes and is pissed off about it. I might write that up. I kind of like that idea. There's something about it that speaks to me. Person with a sex dungeon, but it's all just full of books because they think reading is sexy. I don't know what this next part means here. I wrote this down weeks ago, maybe a month and a half ago. The Sherlock Holmes of butt touching, and I don't know what that means. It is funny, but I don't know what it is. A supervillain trying to be a good friend. That's probably like a 2-person sketch, so I don't know if that works for this project. A gargoyle who claims he's not that religious. Somebody who will show up to your Christmas party if you want. And I don't know if that's like a service. Like, it's the idea is like, hey, if you need to fill out your Christmas party, hire me and I'll come. And maybe it's the person is lonely and that's why they started the service. Or if it's the if you want part is tsundere. And it's just like, I mean, if you want me at your Christmas party, I mean, if you need me there, I get like that kind of thing. And I don't know if I want to do either of those ideas, so I think it'll just go. But maybe as we get towards Christmas and I don't have an idea and I want to do something topical, maybe I'll do that one. And then these are some lines. How I'm doing on time here. We're doing great. These are always the longest videos because my character pieces are usually pretty short. All right, here's some lines of dialogue. I don't even talk to my family anymore. I'm too busy making memes. This interview is going well. Wait, this is a date? We pranked you, son. You're not allergic to gluten. Don't worry, I've got a coupon. And I have in parentheses here, said like the most annoying person you can think of. Yeah, I know I'm a mime, but you're pissing me off, asshole. Fuck. Just let me pantomime in peace over here. A hurricane is coming. Anyway, let's check in with sports. The concept of leftover pizza is just an urban legend. Once the divorce goes through, I'll have a lot more time to be sad by myself. Of those, the one that stands out to me most is the concept of leftover pizza is just an urban legend. And I feel like I could do one of those like Instagram, like set it up like I was doing a podcast. Like maybe this will be the first time I do a thing with I'm playing two characters, but set it up like one of those podcasts that are just people saying the dumbest things you've ever heard in your life, but they say it with conviction. And maybe that's like the Instagram clip of this podcast is the concept of leftover pizza is just an urban legend. And we cut to me being like, speak on that. And then we cut back to me saying, well, maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Maybe I won't get that advanced with it, but I think that would be a fun idea. And then I will say this. There is something fun to me about trying to write the funniest thing I could possibly come up with that is also very sad. For once the divorce goes through, I'll have a lot more time to be sad by myself. The person that is looking for on the bright side of a terrible situation, but all of the things they're looking forward to are inherently incredibly sad. So I have this month, I will say, or sorry, not this month, but this time around, Clean Slate 3, I have 4 ideas that may appear in the next couple weeks. If you liked any of these ideas, you can leave a comment in the here on YouTube and let me know if there's anything that stood out to you and you're like, Pat, you should probably try to do Accidental Magician. I don't know how I would do that. Or I'm very intrigued by Ghost Animal Whisperer. So let me know. Let me know in the comments if there's any of these that you think would be great. Or prank your son, you're not allergic to gluten. What happens after that? Thanks so much for watching this video. These are, again, the longest of these. I'll be back next week with another character that I have written and performed and rehearsed some amount. And we're going to do this until I'm done with this project. Number 52, Clean Slate number 4. Look for it. Talk to you soon. Goodbye.